Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Viz, and today I'm showing you guys how to do the perfection or the perfect run in TMNT Splintered Fate. Now, I don't usually post on this channel because, you know, it's kind of just my side channel, but I understand that there's some games that just are super difficult to figure out how to do, and this is one of the last trophies. It is the last trophy that I got to get the platinum on this game. So I'm gonna be trying to help you guys along the way. Hopefully you guys get some good tips out of this, and you guys can get that plat. Now here in the beginning it's gonna be a little slow because since you don't have any upgrades, killing enemies isn't gonna be very quick, and that's why I recommend using Raphael, because he's, in my opinion, the strongest of the group, at least if you don't have any of the add-ons. I haven't tried Casey or Metalhead, so I can't really say whether or not how good they are, but Raphael he's just very strong. He does so much damage. I mean, you can see here, I just started the fight with this rat and he's dead already. He also has, Raph has very good abilities that you can stack to make your run go much quicker and, you know, help out a little bit along the run. Now here, you guys don't have to copy my exact upgrades because, well, upgrades are random throughout every single run. But the ones that I like to pick, like this one's a restore health, so it's basically like a free pizza at the end of a round. So I definitely recommend getting that. And throughout the video, I'm going to show you guys the ones that I pick. Usually I tend to go for the ooze and the fire. But a quick mention, guys, if you don't already have the war staff equipped, stop your run, go and equip it, because you're going to need that to get the trophy. But anyway, yeah, right here I get met with a very unfortunate portal of the pocket change. This is horrible because it limits you to 500 scrap, and normally I would scrap the run, but I was feeling like getting some upgrades, so I just went ahead with it. I didn't think that this was going to be the run, but it ended up working out for me. Now right here, when we get to the shop, this is, like I said, it's going to be difficult with the 500 scrap that we're allowed to hold. But usually, since I have my characters leveled up high enough, I don't really go for health upgrades. I just go for more abilities or ability upgrades. But right here with Leatherhead, he's one of the harder bosses, I think, in this run because you're not leveled up yet. But in reality, he's not that hard. He just throws so much at you. I definitely recommend getting as many dodges as you can because dodges are very nice. And if you see, I bought the fire upgrade. It was one of my first upgrades, or fire dash. So every time that I dash, I do damage. And I also got the Inferno ability, which just stacks that damage. That's going to be key to a lot of these fights. Just getting as much stacks of damage as you can on people, which is why I like ooze and fire, because together they're just amazing. If you guys have other builds, you're welcome to try it. These are just the builds that work for me. Now right here, like I said, there's a lot of dodging in this level, or at least against Leatherhead, because there's stink clouds everywhere. He does a lot of splash damage, but you can get through him pretty easily. I mean, look at my health. I barely took any damage. I was just very keen on dodging and making sure I didn't get trapped behind any stink clouds. Don't let the farts get to you. But over here, we got to the docks. I didn't really show the upgrade here. I mean, if you saw it, you saw it. But it's nothing special. I think it was like a 20% area attack, whatever. But anyway, yeah, this is the Inferno that I got. The Inferno is very good with fire, because any fire damage, it just does more fire damage on top of it for a matter of seconds. Right here, upgrade tools, because I didn't like the ability. And yeah, I want to point out that upgrade right there. It said 33% chance to 50% chance, I think it was, or maybe it was 25 to 33. But guys, that's every third hit or every other hit that you do applies ooze effect. That is very good because ooze does so much damage. Right here, I got obviously water abilities. I was kind of back and forth. I should have got still waters, but it's alright. I got freeze, and freeze is actually really good because it, well, freezes the enemy. But here, this is kind of like what I like to do is I like to go after, if there's 2 bosses or more than one, I like to go after one at a time. I think it makes it much easier, plus a lot of times they're getting distracted, so it makes it really quick. I mean, I chopped this up, but it literally took me like a minute to go through that room. Now right here, I didn't really know what to pick for an upgrade, so I went through that. When you get to the shop, that was a horrible pick. Do not pick the fireball ever. I should have just got another ability, but it's whatever. You live, you learn. Now, if you guys didn't already know, you have to go through every single portal, no matter what. So, every portal you find, you want to jump into it. I know that some of the debuffs can be frustrating, but that's just the way you got to do it. Like I said before, I got a really bad nerf at the very beginning of the game, and I just went through with it because, you know, whatever. Now, this is a really good upgrade that I got here. I believe I got the Ooze Explosion, or whatever they call it. It's basically, if I'm gonna pick, basically when you kill an enemy, it applies ooze, or it does ooze damage to a lot of the people around you, so I think it's really good. But now we're at the fight with Karai. Now, Karai is definitely annoying, especially if you get this version of Karai. I think she has 2 different versions. There's a flame and there's like a shadow or a chaos version. This version's very annoying. I don't know if there's multiple variants between Gauntlet Challenge and normal, but she's very annoying. As you can see, I start taking a lot of damage. I don't take damage throughout a lot of the run, but this is where it's hard. It's hard to keep up with her attack patterns, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I'm just basically showing you guys the way that I do things. You know, I dodge, hit her a little, dodge into her, apply that fire, dodge out, apply some more fire, and kind of just go in, dodge away. Try not to get hit as much as possible, because you don't want to lose any of your lives, at least early on. And attacks do like 100% increased damage using the War Staff, so you want to take the least amount of damage as possible. But as you can see, I made it out of this fight without dying. I did take a lot more damage than I wanted to, but with that upgrade from the beginning, I'm going to heal at least a little bit. I think it's like 12 HP, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, it helps at the end. Plus I got that pizza, so my health goes up a little bit. Now here, again, this is kind of like, you get lucky with a lot of these powers. I just went for critical hit chance because the critical hit stack gets so good with Raph if you get the right upgrades. Now again, that's all luck based, and right there I almost just screwed the run by running through, but make sure you go through the portal. Definitely get all the the critical attack upgrades because they're very good. Right there, just upgraded my Flame Dash because Flame Dash is just OP, at least in my opinion. I'm kind of skipping through these because they're not very eventful, but right here, this is my favorite, by far my favorite tool in the game, or whatever they call it. The Ooze, it stacks so much Ooze, and the Ooze does so much damage, and it stacks on top of the Ooze that you're already applying, so it's just very good. Right here, this is just another upgrade. I didn't really know what to get here. I did one that I thought would do more damage. Will it? I don't really know. Jump through the portal though, trying to get through it. These robots can be annoying, especially because I had a portal of the mouse or portal of mice. That just makes these mousers blow up on death, and if you get caught off guard, that can be not very good. Now right here I get living ingredients, I believe, and this upgrade's good because it just applies ooze to other people, which is it's free damage. And then I got spontaneous combustion because it works well with the fire. Now make sure you go in the Gauntlet Challenge. Now right here, I disregard my own advice and I start attacking the one, and then I get distracted and I actually take out the other before going back to defeat the first guy that I was fighting. Don't do this, you're just going to take more unnecessary damage like I did right there. But overall, it's an easy fight. Now here, I like getting the multi-hit chance because multi-hit is just, again, it's like double tap from Call of Duty Zombies where it's just free damage. So I would take multi-hit as much as I can. Definitely upgrade your multi-hit in the skill tree because it's going to help a lot in these runs. I got another combo. Those combos are pretty good. I wouldn't say pick it every single time, but a lot of times they do a lot more damage. They just stack your damage. Like right here, I get Frostfire, which basically just does, if I do fire damage, it also does water damage. If I do water damage, it also does fire damage. And one of my first picks in the beginning of the game was every single hit that I do does water damage, so it just applies more fire damage, which is very good. Right here, I get Unfortunate Odor just because, again, it's another stack of Ooze. Ooze is really good. A lot of people say Ooze is the best. I'm more of a fire guy, but Ooze is really good. Now this fight, kind of annoying. Again, I did take my advice, but for this fight, I will say do not do the advice. Try to get both of them to half health before, because as you can see, when one goes to half health, you get into this cutscene. It's a very annoying. Definitely don't fight anybody except these shield guys because it's just unnecessary fighting. You're going to take unnecessary damage. Just dash forward, get these guys dead, go forward, and then all those enemies in the back will just disappear. Now I take these guys out pretty quickly, but if I had taken Rocksteady down to half, this would be much quicker. Bebop I take out pretty quickly because I know that he's low, so I just kind of target him there. And you can just see how much damage I'm doing, and I'm not even really hitting him. It's just all those effects, the ooze, the fire, the water, it's just doing super good. It's amazing. So definitely stick to your guns with that stuff. But if you have other elements that you like robotics or water, and you like those better, by all means try it out. It's very good to know what works best with yourself. Now right here, this is the last portal you have to go through. It's the first portal on the rooftops. Once you go through this, there's no more portals, so you don't have to worry about it. Just make sure you go through the gauntlet challenges. And I'm not going to really talk about the upgrades that I get here in the future, but I did miss one doing this voiceover. And Raphael has, I don't know what it's called, but it's your critical attacks have a 300% increased chance to do, or it's like 300% increased damage or something like that. It's really good. You can see I do up to like 500 damage per hit sometimes. It's absolutely ridiculous. Or maybe it's not 500, maybe I'm over exaggerating, but it does a lot of damage, and that just overall compounds at the end of the game. Now you can see I'm just getting more ooze upgrades, stacking that. You can see that I'm getting like a confidence boost thing. It says confidence plus 12. I don't really understand what that does, but right here, this upgrade is vital to this run. Still Waters. Now I was kind of like, I didn't know, but what Still Waters does is you can see the blue aura around me. If I don't attack for 2 seconds, that aura builds around me, and I do like increased damage. So it's very good, especially when you see me in these upcoming fights against the Gauntlet Challenge. Now this guy, I was worried because I was below half health and I didn't want to die, and I was kind of doing damage to him, but I was dying to his little goons. But then I started realizing that Still Waters does so much damage, and so you can see me, I run around, wait for it to build up, and then I just smack him, go back to running around, dodge if I can, smack him, and I just continue, rinse and repeat. It's very good. Like I said, if you have that upgrade, definitely use it as much as you can, because like I said, it's very good. Right here, I just get more health because my health is low, and I know the Shredder fight's going to be a pain in the butt. Now this is where the limited scrap definitely hurts you, because you need 600 scrap to get a Splinter's Revive, and I can only hold 500, so I can't get a Splinter's Revive. The game I thought was glitching out, but I just had to re-roll. But yeah, so this is why I say try not to die, because especially if you get that debuff in the beginning of the game, you're not going to be able to get another Splinter Revive unless you get really, really lucky with that one robotics upgrade. But in this fight, there's only one phase. There's not a 2-phase, which is very nice. But he has all the abilities. He can use Shadow, I believe water and fire, so you got to be careful with how he moves. When he does that dash, I like to dash straight through him, because when you dash, you don't take any damage jumping through, but you can apply your dash damage to him. So it's a very easy way to get little bits of damage. But right here, when you have that purple effect, you're just going to be, like a storm's going to be following you, so try to run away from that. Attack him when you get the chance, but he's very annoying. This one, you got to do a lot of dodging, and make sure you count how many dodges you do, because if you run out of dodges, you're going to get stuck, because he can do a lot of damage at once. But like I said, like right here, you got to run, because that does so much. I mean, you can see I just lost so much health. I'm like, I'm gonna have slither of health. I'm gonna die here. I don't know how I was just dodging that like crazy, but I did tons of damage there, and eventually, yeah, he takes me out. That's my first life down. And then I kind of got a little cocky. I was kind of just playing around with him, so I might lose another life here. But right there, I just stood in all that purple aura, John, and took so much damage I didn't have to. But you can see every once in a while I will charge up my still waters and just do tons of damage. Right here, I should have died right there. I don't know how I didn't, but yeah, basically dodged through him, just applied a ton of fire to him, and yeah, he's dead. And so that's how you get the perfection trophy. And if that's the last trophy to get your platinum, congratulations, you just got your platinum. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you need any help with platinums, just let me know. I'll try to help you guys out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, peace.